Then this pink leather jacket, same pattern again. The epaulets make it look like a little yoke. A lot of top stitching done here because that looks just right on leather. It goes so well with it. And here we've added a pocket, an inseam pocket, but also we've made it a little bit longer, and we've added a stretchy band at the bottom. Again, sports elastic, but this time for a very good reason, and I'll tell you why later. We stitched right through that sports elastic. Then we have a jacket back here that's in progress. You've seen this a couple of times on the program, and this jacket that's in progress, I really will finish it. You will see it sometime in my next series perhaps, but you will see it all finished. But what I've done with this, I showed you on the first program on the series, I showed you how to add this inseam pocket if you would like to have that. And then what I have done to this is just let it be long. I didn't fold anything under for the casings as I did on the other jackets, the other short things. This one I left it long. And here in the sleeves I've just left it long, and I'm not going to fold that up yet. Okay, then I made the lining and I attached that to a facing, and I showed that to you last program, I believe it was, when you saw how to put that facing and lining together. And I don't have it sewn in yet, but I do have just it slipped in there, and one sleeve comes through, so the lining sleeve is up here. And the lining sleeve is a little bit shorter than the outside jacket. And the reason for this, I already have a pressed mark here. Notice there's already a crease there where I've pressed it. This is where the cuff is going to turn up to here, and then the lining inside hangs down about here. Well, as I pin this together, I don't want to have that lining all the way down. Remember I showed you when I was doing linings how you always want some ease in that lining. You don't want it to be completely taut or it'll pull the sleeve up and look ugly. So I will pin this all the way around first so that I can pull the lining up and have some extra there. And then because this fabric doesn't ravel at all, I can, if I want to, either turn under this edge, or there's no reason why I can't just leave it out straight and stitch it down that way. So what I'm going to do with this is just stitch it down. I'm not going to take it over now to the machine because I need to first put the lining in, but I'm just going to stitch down all around the sleeve that way, and then I can put the elastic through later. Now what I have done in this, because I want to put elastic through later, notice on the seam that goes under the arm, on this I have stitched about 1/4 inch right here at the bottom, and then the rest of the sleeve is all stitched, but I've left a big opening, and that opening is for this elastic that's going to be strung through here. It'll just fit right through that opening, and I can do that with a big guide, or else I can do it with a safety pin, whatever you can pull it through with. And when I get to the other end, I can just pull it all through here, and I'm going to, as I pull the other end through, I can do some stitching between the two pieces of elastic right here, and then they'll just tuck inside the cuff. What I've done to the bottom of it here is simply made a completely separate band because I want that jacket to be long. This comes down and covers my hips, covers a little extra because I'm going to wear pants with this, the same pink leather pants, and I thought I might be comfortable in a longer jacket with that. So this I found the sports elastic does stitch through very nicely, so I've already stitched through some of it, but here's the rest of it, and you can see I have it pinned in place here so that it is all ready to go. And I'm just going to then stitch through the rest of this by stretching it out as I stitch through it. So here I'll start on this piece where I left off the last time. And whoops, I'm on zigzag. How about putting it on straight stitch? I'll just turn it off and on again so that I can get it on straight stitch. Okay, I'm going to back stitch here and then stitch forward. And because I really don't need small stitches here, I think I'll move them up a little bit and make them slightly larger. And then I'm just going to stretch this out and stitch right through that elastic. Now what I'm using as a guide is some marking on the throat plate, either side of it here, but do make sure that you stitch straight down the center of that by using one side or the other as a guide so that it comes out looking like a nice straight line when you're finished. When my arm is no longer going to fit, I will then stop it and pull out these pins and start over again, stretching it up here and going through. And just keep doing that. Now what I love about the new elastics is that They do this so beautifully. They work so beautifully. The old elastics, I know you couldn't stitch through like this. You'd have no stretch left. You'd have a mess. But anyway, this is the idea. You just stitch through the whole thing, and then it's going to be sewn on the jacket.